Okay, here I am back. I've done StreamYard in a not long time, but been a while. But it's good to be back, I think. Right? Maybe. So I just went on Twitter. Twitter. It's now called X. Let's see if I can. Nope, that's not right. I haven't done this in a while. Oh, hi, Hillbilly. Yeah, it's been a while since I've done any live stream because you know why. I'm not going to say why. Because I'm not at liberty to say. Because I'm special. So I'm just going to just say that I'm not afraid. I just don't want to lose what I've created the last years. But I'm just making a live stream because I have a tiny bit of energy after working all day. But I gotta work, boo-hoo, right? I gotta work again tomorrow, all day long, most likely. I know I did 10 rooms today. That doesn't seem like a lot of rooms, but I cleaned 10 rooms and it's not as easy as it looks. Because you gotta strip all the linens off, take garbage out, and then bring all new linens in and remake the beds, put the towels in, soap, uh, and then clean the bathroom. That's what I do. I clean the bathroom and then I clean the room and then I vacuum after. And in between that, I made the two beds. Most of the time, it's two beds, and that's it. And I usually check the air conditioning, make sure it works, because most people want the air conditioning to work. They don't want to go into a hot room and die of a heat stroke. Because if we're in the foothills here, so it's hella hot, there's like no relief. Like if we were by the water in the Bay Area, California, no problem. Because it only gets to be about 70, 80 degrees during the day. So it's not too bad. But we're in the foothills, so it's hot as hell here. But we did get a bit of a break from the BS the last couple of days where it's been only like 100. So it's been nice. Been a nice, pleasant 100 degrees instead of 105, right? So only sticking partially to the seat when you sit down. Not wonderful? But see, Twitter is now called X. I guess Elon wasn't kidding, I guess, when he switched over to X. Yeah. Inland's nice because by the water, because you get the breeze. I lived in Fremont for 11 years, so it was hot, but it wasn't that hot. So it's pretty close to the water. I don't know if I miss it or what. I just don't miss the buttholes that live there. I like the area. I just didn't like the people. The people there suck. They were getting worse. And now the area is just literally unbearable. Fremont, Newark, Oakland, all that. It's just it's not a good place. Plus the rents are too expensive, and just the bad stuff that goes on every day, just the BS and all the shoplifting and all that. It's just sickening. What's that movie called? The one that's brand new, Sound of Freedom, and it has Jim Caviezel, the guy who played Jesus in Passion of the Christ. He said something hella weird on Fox News. He said he was Jesus and Trump was Moses. It's really weird. So, just some really weird crap is going on. It don't make any sense. Like the people you thought you could trust are like saying weird, just crazy things. Isn't it crazy? It's like you can only depend on yourself. You can't depend on others to make your life be the way it's supposed to be. That God intended it. You got to make it yourself. So, anyways, I thought I'd just mention that. Just jumbo garbage because I'm allowed to stream now. So, for now. And then we were gonna go buy pizza earlier today because they want to cook and make the kitchen hot because it's hot. It's hot anyway, no matter what. And for an extra large pizza, Mountain Mike's Pizza is $37 for an extra large. It's like, ugh, I'm not paying that. I'm not paying almost $40 for freaking extra large pizza. Screw that. So we get some McDonald's and it's like $20 for like freaking 3 cheeseburgers and 1 fry, right? And the freaking buns were dried up, like all crispy, dried up. So basically, I paid $20 for freaking something that's been sitting under a heat lamp for like 6 hours. It just feels so freaking special. Just the quality of everything is really, really shitty. Everything's stupid. That's why we have what we have now, because we get BIDEN, right? So everything else should too. Because we've lowered our standards. Plus, I live in the state, so I have to expect things to be lower standard. You know what I mean? I mean, you just get so numb to it, to the evil. It's like, okay, it's all around me. I just have to take care of my business, do what I gotta do. But it's all around me. I'm surrounded by people that are just completely morally bankrupt, and I have to just like breeze past them, you know? Because I can't get away from it. I can't. There's nowhere to escape. There's nowhere to escape to get away from these people. So you have to just kind of like pretend you don't notice they're evil or they're corrupted. There's got to be some. There's got to be. I just can't believe all there is Donald Trump for president. It's like, come on. There's nobody else that has any integrity. Nobody else. It's pretty sad because he's not even conservative. Oh yeah, and I was watching that movie, the Twilight Zone movie, and there's like a part of the movie where there's this guy that said, "Oh, you was a bigot, racist, and all that." Yeah, he learned his lesson because he had to go through all the trials and tribulations of his evilness and all that. They're like, oh, that's how maggots are. They're gonna have to learn that the fascist country isn't gonna work. It's like, we never said nothing about no fascist country. We just said we don't want it to be a democracy. That's it. Because the mob rule is not cool. I don't want the coastal cities telling me what to do. Telling farmers they can't farm and stuff. People can't have chickens in their yard. That's what democracy is. The mob rule. You know, it's stupid. I got plastic in a sandwich the other day. I should have just made one myself. Yeah, I see. It's overpriced crap. And it's just because these kids aren't paid enough for them to be incentivized to do a good job. Plus, the cost of living is so expensive that people have to double up. They have to roommate with like 3 or 4 other people just to make it because they can't afford to rent by themselves. I mean, I literally work with somebody who is homeless and they're working. They live in a homeless camp and they're still working because they can't get in anywhere. There's no housing in this area. There's hardly any rentals to have here to rent. It's pretty sick because they won't build anything here because they don't want to destroy the resortness of it. I guess the resort area type feeling. Plus, they keep the roads all 2 lanes, so it's all crowded as hell. Like during peak time, and all the people from the Bay Area moving here, they're crowding it. There's like a lot more spray paint stuff everywhere. It's like, this is just great. You know what I mean? If I try to progress outside of this place, the rents are just too expensive. I can't afford it. I can't deal with that pressure. You know what I mean? Just paying for all this stuff is sick. It's just absolutely sick. You can't own anything. It's just, oh, you'll own nothing and you'll love it. No, I don't love it. I don't love not owning anything. I want a piece of land. I would just build like a makeshift like a fort or something out of like tree limbs or something for now until I can build something better. Actually, that's not even that bad of an idea because you can put mud in between the slats of the wood and build like a mud hut but with wood. People used to do it in the old days. They would build a cabin like that and put grass on the roof, or that, you know, how they put the thick layer of grass on top to insulate the house or the roof where it wouldn't leak. It's like, you gotta do something. I'd be willing to do that. Hey, save on the building materials too. It's all overpriced crap. And they usually just give you wood that's warped because they cut it when it's wet and then the boards are all warped and you can't use it. It's total crap. Just go to any Lowe's or Home Depot and it's just crappy plywood crap, overpriced crap. You're better off cutting your own trees and and seasoning them and then milling them yourself than paying for this wet wood that's all warped. So that's just what I've seen so far. It's all overpriced crap. So I don't mean to bore everybody, but I'm just trying to make a video. And it's non-specific, and I can't say a lot of things because you know why. There's so many things I'd like to say, but I can't say them. I think them all the time. My patience is being tested, and sometimes I feel like I'm a pack mule, like I'm being treated like a pack mule, like just somebody's slave. And it's like I can't do this forever because eventually my back's gonna break. Burn zone lots sitting on market here going for cheap. Utilities already on them because the house is burned. Half acre, 50 grand. See, I don't even have 50 grand. As we were talking about earlier, it's like, oh, I would take 100 grand. It's like the problem is, 100 grand won't even buy you a stinking house. I'm like, I need like $1 million because I need enough to pay my bills. I'm not against working or anything. No, don't get me wrong, but it takes money to buy a piece of property. And then you have to get financed too, and you have to have like perfect credit. If you don't have perfect credit, they won't finance you. They won't help you unless you're like 100% squeaky clean and you have like a really good job. And even then, you would need a loan because you already have enough money with your great job, with your good job. You know what I mean? You can update without getting a loan. It's us poor folk that have to get a loan. They make it really, really hard to get it. I just remember trying to get financed, and they were being so picky and everything. It's like, you guys suck. Like, I tried to move up to Idaho, and they were like, oh, you have to live here already, and you have to already have a job here. It's like, I don't live in Idaho. I live in California, and I still have my job here. It's like, can I just give you like 5 grand, put a 5 grand down, percentage? Like, no. It's like, I'm never going to own anything. This sucks. You know what I mean? This is just ridiculous. Just inflation is disgusting. It's like, they just want us all to live in this stacked housing utopia. They want to get rid of all the, they already said they're getting rid of all the gas generators. They already want to get rid of it. And they probably will. And most people aren't going to say anything about it. So that's their choice to not say anything. But the world is changing. Twitter is now X. Whatever the hell that means, I don't know. Is that evolving to something else? I don't know. But there's not many places to get information, because they're trying to squeeze us where we can't get information. And we can't discuss things, and you're surrounded by corruption. You can't say anything then either. And they're going to eventually pass these speech laws where no one can say anything about anything that's wrong. I live in a state where they're legalizing evil, and anyone that speaks out against it is going to be called, phobics. Or you're giving out misinformation or whatever. It's like, this is disgustingly evil. I don't want to be in a world like that, where I can't call out something that's wrong, I can't be around people like that or an environment like that where it's everywhere around me. It's like being one flew over the cuckoo's nest. You know what I mean? And you can't escape, you can't get out of there. And it's just people that are willingly fucking nuts. Your ears are stretched and all that. It's like, why do you do that? Why do you do things to your body like that? Why? Why do you make yourself look like Barnum and Bailey's circus? I mean, what is the point of that? I don't get it, and a lot more people are doing that. It's like, you can't look anywhere around you without seeing it. Everybody just mutilated looking. It's disgusting. You know what I mean? And most people are lazy, they don't want to work, and then when they do work, their quality of work is just total crap. It's just so reflected. People don't take pride in their work. People just kind of just slam it together. I work with people like that. They don't give a shit. And it's just sick. But you know what? In a way, they're just kind of retaliating because they don't get tips and all that for their work, and they just don't care. I mean, I care. I try to do the best job I can, even without getting tips. It's like because I know what I wouldn't want to see if I was gonna stay somewhere. I would want it to be nice and clean, you know. But since being a maid, it's like it makes you appreciate the hard work that goes into cleaning stuff. Like when you stay in a hotel and you see a maid cleaning, I feel compelled to say something or thank them or something. Say, hey, you're a fellow maid. Um, you know, you're a worker just like me. Getting paid hardly crap. But I guess who did tip was the at the hotel. There was these star nurses. I guess it was like a convention they had near where I live. They all stayed at the hotel and they filled up the rooms. I guess a lot of these nurses, and they didn't even tip. They didn't even tip any of us maids, and us maids work just as hard as they do. These nurses, you know, physical labor or whatever. It's like all we ask is for like a couple of bucks a room, and just people just don't want to do that. They don't want to pay it forward. You know, like say, hey, thank you for coming to work and doing labor so we have a place to sleep. Just so many people just don't appreciate how much work goes into cleaning this stuff up. And I don't know, I just don't even know what to say without saying too much. But it just makes people bitter when they don't get like a thank you or anything from people. Just people just expect it or just whatever. They don't want to help make somebody's day or something, you know? I don't know. We just live in a world where people don't want to work. There's so many homeless people that just, a lot of them don't want to do anything. They just rather just get a welfare check or whatever. They just want to wait for UBI, you know what that is, where everything's all equal and the same. That's when we're going to be in hell. I swear it's going to be hell for all of us. If it gets to that point, we're going to be in hell, and there's going to be total control over all of us. And I can't get any specifics because you know why. But if you've been looking at the alternative information, you know what I'm talking about. This is all old shit. But I'm not going to be controlled. I lost my last job because of that, because I wasn't going to be controlled, and everybody else went along with it. And it turned out it was not what they said it was. It was nothing like that. It was overblown and overly, highly exaggerated. And it made such a negative impact on our country, just our country alone. I'm not speaking for other ones, but it made such a negative impact on our country, and we never really recovered from it, or the PTSD that came from it. Because I sometimes have it, PTSD from it, you know, just the evilness of it, and just avoiding certain places. I stayed out of the valley because I didn't want to wear, you know what, the hot shoe thing. I didn't want to go shopping or anything. I'm like, because I know they're just going to make me do that, and I don't like it, and I don't want to spend my hard-earned money in a place that makes me not be able to have oxygen. So it's something that wasn't even a law, you know, because governors can't make laws. But apparently people thought that he could. And it's not true, because people didn't educate themselves on the reality. Not enough people were willing to do what was right. And that's how we ended up where we are now. And who knows what's going to happen next with all the craziness. But see, there's that. And I'm sorry if this video is kind of all over the map, but I haven't done a live stream in a long time because I've been so put in chains for, you know, months and months, it seems like, that I wasn't able to do anything online, at least. And now I have a little bit of leeway, thank God, for the grace of God. I'm able to do something online that completely shattered my channel. But that's all I can say, because we don't have freedom, I guess. It's just suppressed. I feel like I need to eat more rice, I guess, in order to get used to it. Let's see, notifications, right? or the X notifications is no longer called Twitter. I don't tweet. I just read other people's tweets. I read Cat Turd. Bilbo Baggins. Yeah, so there's that. I could go for hours looking at Twitter. So I think I'm gonna cut this video off, and I'm not showing my face right now because my hair is so wind tossed, or fan, because I'm running fans right now, and my hair is like flying around everywhere. I'm kind of fatigued from being at work, so because my feet still hurt. The bottoms of my feet still hurt real bad. They're very sore. Because I go up and down a lot of stairs and stuff, so my feet are real sore and tired. And I kind of feel sunburned and shit, because we do a lot of work. But thank God for some people that are willing to go to work, otherwise this country wouldn't run if people didn't get off their toots. Not everybody can just sit on their butt, you know. We don't, not all of us have the option to sit on our butts. Anyways, thank you for coming in, Hillbilly, and Awaken Trillium while you're still here. Appreciate watching. I didn't expect really anyone to watch. I just thought I'd make the video just for fun, because I haven't uploaded anything in a while. Not as in like StreamYard wise, because I wasn't like I said, I wasn't able to, because I'm a bad person. So I have to accept that. Anyways, thank you everybody for watching, and if I do another live stream, maybe I'll show my face if I don't look windburned, because I get pretty beat up after I get off work. You know what I mean? I look like tired, you know? I look real tired. And I notice it when I'm at work. I'm like, damn, I look like I got hung out to dry. You know, like I must scare people when I knock on their door and say housekeeping. I must scare them when they answer the door and they're like, oh God, this woman looks like she came out of a hell pit or something. Nah, just tired as hell. So anyways, I appreciate the views, and housekeeping, that's my favorite line. Housekeeping is my favorite motivational line. Always brings me joy. So anyways, thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Thank you, Hillbilly, and Awaken Trillium for watching. Give me 2 views. 2 views is 2 views. It adds it to my analytics. So thanks, everybody. Maybe I'll do another one in a couple days.